Hello again, I'm Sarah with Sarah's Book Break, and today we are going to be talking about books that would be a great addition to your Easter basket or spring-themed books, since spring is just around the corner and it's less than a month till Easter. They're just a nice hardback book and good size so they fit in your basket. So this one is Flowers. This one would be a great one for spring also, Baby Animals. Seasons, since we're going from winter to spring, it would be a great book about teaching kids about seasons. And then we have one if you're planning to go to the beach. We have one for the seashore. Let me give you a peek inside. So these are recommended for ages 3 and up. So there's not a lot of words. As you can see, the pictures are actually labeled. So you're just pointing out a lot of words for those young learners, but they're beautiful illustrations. Great information. A great option to add to an Easter basket. So this one is Chicks. So it talks about all different types of birds. There's penguins and unusual nests. So this one has more information. There's more diagrams, more text, and there's photographs instead of illustrations. And with the beginner series at the back, there is also a glossary and websites to visit. So they're internet linked, so you can learn more information for your older kids. Here's the index also. So these are recommended for ages 6 and up. Eggs and Chicks, Tadpoles and Frogs would also be a good one for spring. And Caterpillars and Butterflies are some of our options from our beginner series. For your 6 and up, these are a perfect addition to any Easter basket for your older kids. They're small, they're called pocketbooks because they're easy to fit in your purse, on the go, take with you wherever you go. So wouldn't it be fun with spring coming and all the birds are out to have your kids get this in their Easter basket so they can learn about the animals. This is birds, there's insects, mammals, this one's Natural Wonders, and there's many more. So I like these books because they have a lot of information. They tell if it's near extinct or not. It tells fact about it, where they live, their size, and what they eat. So lots of information. So let's go on to some activity books. We have some beautiful coloring books. This is Butterflies to Color. And I love this one, this series, because it has one side is colored and then you get to color in the other side. You can match it or color it however you want. But you also are learning, if you notice, you can learn facts about these different butterflies. It's a beautiful coloring book. And then when it's done, you have almost like a reference book about the butterfly. And then we also have Wildflowers to Color. So great addition to any Easter basket. Some other activities, we have lots of pocket-sized activity books. So these would be fun to put in the Easter basket and then take them with you on a road trip or if you're going on an airplane, so the kids have something to do. But there is filled with activities. Even though it's small in size, they won't get bored. So this one has a whole bunch of different things. Since it's travel, it takes you all over the place and you learn things and you do fun activities. Something for everyone. And then there are answers in the back of these pocketbooks. Another one, this is our 50 Science Things to Make and Do. And it is a small science book, science activity book, which would be perfect for an Easter basket, but it's hardback, good quality, spiral bound, and there are 50 science activities. This is recommended for 6 and up. I've done this with my younger kids, my 3-year-olds went with help. She's really enjoyed this. And the pages are very thick, so it's going to last you. But this will keep your kids busy through spring break and summer. They'll be learning, and what a fun thing to get in their Easter basket. Another thing is we have some cards that aren't a book, but it comes with 50 cards front and back, so there's 100 in each pack. And with it getting warmer, it'd be really fun to grab these and stargazing and learning while you're at it. So fun thing that you can add to your kids' Easter basket and learn about the constellations and stars and planets. And then because it's spring and flowers are starting to grow, we have some books for in the garden. This is Peek Inside the Garden, and this is a Lift the Flat book for your youngest readers, recommended for 3 and up. And it's just beautiful illustrations. There's some peek through holes, and it's very basic learning, so it's perfect for those kids with just a little short attention span. Look how beautiful that is with the bees, and it would be so fun to add to an Easter basket. And then we have another one that's for a little bit older, recommended for 4 and up. How do flowers grow? First questions and answers flat book. So this one is just gorgeous. So you get to learn all about how the flowers grow. See, there's the roots, and you get to learn about the leaf, and you open up the flower and learn about what the petals do. This one's fun. It's a unique flap with 4 flaps, and you get to see the flower turn from a blossom to a sunflower. So this one has lots of information, but it's so fun for the kids to read the questions and then look under the flaps to find the answers. And then a great reference book for your youngest readers is How Things Grow. This is a hardback book for $9.99, and I just love this series. It's a great reference for your early learners. It has all the pictures, things labeled, but then it also has some information at the top that you can read if they're willing to sit through it. But look at that, the great, beautiful illustrations that talks about all the plant words. You're going to learn about the flower, the parts of the flower, the tree, inside of the fruit. There's even some experiments, which I think is really neat. And there will be a glossary, and at the end they have a name game. So they will ask you and you have to name it. So after they've learned this stuff, it checks their comprehension and understanding. All right, and then some fun ones. You are probably familiar with our Shine a Light books. This is Secrets of the Vegetable Garden. So as this weather warms up and we start to get out more and planting gardens, this is an opportunity for your kids to learn about gardens, but in a fun way, because they'll be shining the light behind the picture and then they'll see what's behind it. So you shine the light behind this to discover that there's a scarecrow behind the haystack. Or you shine light behind this one and to find out what is under the ground, and it's the roots. So pair that with a flashlight and it'll be a perfect Easter basket gift. And then we have our pop-up garden. I love our pop-up books. They're just beautiful books, and this would be fun for any child to receive. So let me show you inside. Now, this is really cool. Even the shed opens up and you can peek inside. So even both sides do. Pretty cool, isn't that? Look at that one. Beautiful butterflies. And there's the garden. This is my daughter's favorite because the fish actually moves and she loves to watch the fish moving. And then finally, the last ones I want to talk about are some of our collections of Bible stories. So the one for youngest readers is the Usborne Book of Bible Stories. This one is a dual reader, and it actually comes with a CD so they can listen to the stories at bedtime or in the car. So this one might be a great one to consider if you're going on a trip. But I mentioned that it's a dual reader, so there are 2 levels of text. The top line has shorter, less simpler words, and the bottom line has longer, more complex words. So with our dual readers, you can just read the top line and it'll make sense to the child if they're younger readers or listeners that won't sit still for very long. Or when they're a little bit older and have a longer attention span, you can read all of the text. Also for your beginning readers, they can start out with just reading this top text, or you can do it as a shared reading, so they read that, and then you can read the bottom line. So however they choose, there's many options, but it'll make sense whatever they do. So there's a whole bunch of stories. This is Noah's Ark, as you can tell. And there's several from the Old Testament and the New Testament. And then we also have our illustrated Bible stories. Now, if you're familiar with this series, it's just a gorgeous collection of stories in a padded hardcover with a ribbon bookmark. So this one's going to have a lot more stories in it, and there's going to be less illustrations and more text. But the illustrations are just gorgeous, and it's a great one to read with your kids. And again, the Easter story is included in this one. And finally, the last option that we have for Bible stories is our illustrated children's Bible stories. This is a cloth bound book, so it's really beautiful, and it has the foil on it, so it makes it even more beautiful. And this one has the most stories in it, and there are not as many. It's going to be smaller text and more words on each page. So they have the illustrations, but this illustrations kind of surround the words instead of having separate pages for illustrations. Yeah, it's still beautiful and gorgeous. All right, and that's it for today, and I will talk to you later. Thanks, bye.